Uh, I feel like crap. I just saw this video that triggered the fuck out of me. Excuse my language. It was this police officer that was of one race and a child of another race. But my point of it is not because of race. Um, um, it has to do with PTSD and a trigger. Uh, it was from Unilad, UK, where this police officer grabbed this young teenager from behind and turned her over sideways like this real fast and body slammed her. And it puzzled me because you could hear her head go plump on that ground. That noggin went clump on the ground. But it triggered some stuff in my mind, like I've been punched, kicked, stomped with shoes on, boots on. And not only from my foster brother Joe, because at the moment when when I saw the video, first thing came to my mind was my foster brother Joe. But now that I'm doing the video, I start thinking about it. He ain't the only person that did that when I was that small. Mm, I was in elementary school. But when you talk about adults with man strength doing it to you, not kids. So now, so yeah. Okay, so yeah, it is making sense. That dude used to do whatever to me. And I still to this day be like, I'm surprised that dude never touched me in a sexual way. And what was crazy was that dude, no matter how abusive he was to me, whenever he used to come home, I used to be happy to see him. Used to be happy to see his face, happy to see his presence. Trauma bonded, maybe? Who knows? Uh, but yeah, he's hit me a time or two. Maybe more where I've lost conscience, but not to the point where I've lost memory. But I don't think my foster mama knows that he's ever hit me that hard. Cause what was it? I think it was once I got a little older and my brother had left, and I told my foster mama that my brother Mark used to lock us in the laundry room. Me, I don't know about Candy, but I remember me being alone when he locked me in the laundry room and used to beat me with a hanger. Like how my dad used to say, the wire hanger. He used to beat me with the wire hanger whenever I was screaming and hollering too loud for to be let out that laundry room. Like, bruh, you in a laundry room, the dryer's running, and it's the summertime. I could have suffocated. It used to be hot in there. And that's why I used to be hollering to get out. And so after I would holler enough, my brother, biological brother, used to beat me with the hanger after from locking me in the laundry room. Then as I got older, there was, but my foster brother, he was throwing them punches at me like I was a dude. Even before my biological brothers even left. Before Al even died. Like I said, I remember when he was with that girl, Cindy, and he still had that waterbed. It all started with him having this long whip. Now that I'm grown, I'm like, what type of freaky shit was he into? He had a whip. What type of shit him and Cindy was into? Mm. I still remember what Cindy looked like too. But that's crazy. I'm 34 years later and I still remember that woman. She probably don't remember a freaking thing about me. But yeah. That dude was, and if it wasn't him, it was my two brothers. It was my brother Sean, my brother Wyatt. My brother Wyatt body slamming me and jumping up in the air and coming down with the elbows like upside my head while I'm on the ground. Like I said, my brother Wyatt used to practice wrestling moves on me. So, yeah, I'm exhausted talking about this shit, but like I said, trigger. But I don't know why I'm thinking about. I'm just. But back to, they were not grown men, but they were older than I am. But then we're talking about my foster brother, who was a grown man and was stomping me, and the ground was out of like cement tile. Cement tile. So that might as well be like outside. You know, he never got younger. And so I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, how did that young girl lose her memory? Like in the foster family, they knew how to abuse you without you having to go to the hospital. I mean, my foster mom used to like threaten to have kill me and shit, to the point where I started to one day believe she was. I remember what was that? I was out the military when I got cocky with her, and she tried to tell me get off my phone, and I was like, I paid for this phone. And she looked at me and she's like, you gonna die. And I said, I'm gonna die right in this damn house. She didn't say nothing. And I looked at her, I said, what you want me to do? It's probably true. What? You want a cookie? Your mouth is wide open. Fuck out of here. Everybody wonder why I'm so tough. And to me, people be saying I'm a ninny baby. I'm a freaking puss. A wuss. And she the only one made like I'm. Twins is the only one made like I'm such a hard ass and a thug. My foster mom too be trying to make like I'm such a hard ass and a thug and a tough guy and all this shit. And maybe I shouldn't be putting that on the internet that I'm not the way how they make me out to be. Maybe I should be trying to put on that tough guy image like, so people won't fuck with me, but I feel like shit still this day 4 of the antibiotics, and I still feel like shit. And this round 2 of the antibiotics, and I still feel like shit. This is the second round. Round 2, day 4. But I'm trying to process it, but I know what I'm trying to say. That police officer must have, like I said, must be the angle that her head landed to hit the ground. The side of her head, because you know, one side of your brain does certain things, and your other side of the brain does other things. Like one is for messaging and one is for action. So, uh, when it hit her brain, her brain hit the ground, it must have hit a certain spot that made what it said. It made her. She had lost memory, and before that, she was unconscious. And like I said, man, I'd have been knocked unconscious so many times. And over here, I don't know if you could tell, but my husband beat me in the head with a wrench. And that still didn't knock me out. Beat me in the head with a wrench when I was pregnant with our son Ivan. I don't know. My head done grew some, so you probably can't tell. But just because he went on a job telling people our daughter was dead, and I confronted him and asked him what the hell wrong with him. He's like, what, you think I was cheating? You think I was cheating? Wow. So, and it still hurts to this day, and he did that in 2005. And it still hurts and throbs and all kind of shit to this day. It was hurting earlier. So, yep. Ain't no need for me to talk about that because Miss So and so says she's being gang stalked, but goes on the internet and makes fun of that happening to her own twin, even though her own twin was pregnant when it fucking happened. That her own husband did that to his own pregnant wife when she was pregnant with his child, but she's the one being gang stalked. You're right. But I'll tell you like this: if I ever did decide to get back at Candy, um, with all the stuff that happened in my life, she probably would be one of the last people I would go after. But and also, if I ever did, it would be rightfully so. But I ain't gonna say she would be one of the last people, but she would be like a third to last or some shit like that. I mean, it's a lot of people that I would want to go after before her. Like, I wouldn't say no names because that would be like incriminating myself, wouldn't it? But there's people that if I wanted to do some people in which that's a long list. And I don't think I'm capable of doing that when I'm always sick and I'm a female. The thing is, it feels like she's trying to do me in. And I always felt like she was trying to do me in. Whether it's like my life or just whatever, I'm just baffled. Every time I start talking about what I'm going through, I start marveling how she the one feel like she the one that's gang stalked. Like I was talking to 2 or 3 other people like a few weeks ago, and he's like, "You sure you the one not being gang stalked?" I'm like, I had a pretty fucked up life. Pretty fucked up life. All people ever do is just bust out laughing. Or they say nobody's gonna believe me. To be honest with you, I would like to get anybody that wanna come after me in the future. That would try to hurt me and my household. You know what I'm saying? Like what happened to me in 2005. Them niggas I would like to go get revenge on. First and foremost, they took my daughter somewhere and brought her back with a clean diaper on naked. Backwards. And I was tied up. Couldn't do shit. I was pregnant. It's like, what would I do for the next person if they did that to somebody? No, I'm advocating for me first. And what if them type of niggas is still looking for me? And my twin sister sat there and doxed me on the internet. What if? What if they still looking for me? And she done doxed me on the internet. But I'm the gang stalker. No, man. It hurts. It is hurtful that she would accuse me of hurting her. And which is like, does she really feel like people are hurting her? Or does she have an agenda where it's like she gotta do people in because she think they're gonna hurt her, so she gotta accuse people of hurting her because she's about to hurt them? Or is she really that savage where she hurts people and accuse people of hurting her? Or I don't know. I really don't know. But to me, the damage that she's done to me online is no better than them dudes that how tied me and raped me. It's no when I was pregnant. No better than uh my foster brother that when I was 3, 4, 5, 6 and stomping me and kicking me on concrete and all in the head and the stomach, the back and lip and everything else. And my foster mama standing over him talking about kick her ass. Kick her ass. So who knows? She's fussing at me about vaping. Maybe this. Kick her ass. Kick her ass. Maybe I'm glad to get away from cigarettes. Huh. I only started smoking cigarettes because, well, I mean, my cousin, he not here to defend himself, but he was trying to get me to smoke them because he wanted me to get them for him. And he was underage, and it was kind of like a pressure thing. And I had just been, it was the first incident when I was on a military base and it happened. And I guess I was not in my right mind. But I told him no like several times. And he was already smoking them anyway. But he taught me how to smoke. Honestly. But like I said, he's not here to defend himself with that, so. But to me, when I felt that first hit of menthol, I was like, maybe I need this. It's kind of relaxing. Kind of help take away the pain a little bit. It's not like I'm smoking the other things or drinking. But I told him, I was like, make sure this is your last time asking me for this. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, I was like, I felt guilty and stuff because he was underage. But like I said, he was already doing it. Him and my little brother, like, when I first met them, like, my biological mom was on the couch smoking with my little brother. He was like, what, 14, 16, something like that already. And I was like, ooh, why didn't I stay with my real mama? I get to do whatever I want to do. Damn, man, look, this lady cool. She let him smoke. She's sitting on the couch. They passing cigarettes back and forth to each other. I was like, oh, my foster mama lied about this lady. This lady cool. I'm about to go into a whole nother tangent with that, but just my point was everybody on that side of the family was already smoking, no matter what age they was. And to be honest with you, people do it now, and people was doing it then. Like my foster mama said, she was like 9 or 12 when she first had her first cigarette. Like that wasn't my first cigarette or cigar ever. Candy wanted to be a goody two shoes, and rather that's out for smoking my foster mama cigarettes when we were little. We tried it like maybe once or twice, me and my foster sister Joni. And she wanted to be a goody two shoes and ratted us out. And I did like smoke a little bit like Black and Miles before I went to New Orleans by my foster cousin Blake. But like as far as getting like hooked and addicted to nicotine, it was the menthol that set it off. And I hit that menthol cigarette, and I've been hooked on nicotine ever since. And like I said, it was what I was doing to cope from rape. So, being raped in the military. And also being told it was my fault. So, and being laughed at. So, I had such a crazy fucking life. Sometimes it's a fucking breeze to not look back at what happened in my life. Sometimes it's like that song say, summer breeze make me feel fine. Sometimes it's a fucking breeze, but when I saw that video, it triggered some shit. Thank y'all for listening.